Are you in all blue, sir? Or is that your lighting?
Oh yeah, I've got it's 2 different shades of blue, but back in the day, you could go to s4rw.net and order this attire, and it's like when COVID started and they talked about the before times, right? Mm-hmm. Well, the before times for me is before Printful decided to shut my shit down. Okay, so in the before times, you could go to our website and choose from like a bajillion different colors. The hats came in like blue, red, black, but the hoodies, t-shirts, and all that stuff were available in all sorts of colors. So like these don't necessarily match but they are both blue.
Nice. They look in this lighting, in their lighting through the camera, through the digital world. It looks blue.
They are both blue for sure. Just this is not the same shade. Side note. Did we pop that up on last week's podcast about the couple different logo stuff I was working on, or did I just send you that directly?
I think you sent that to me. Wait a minute. Repeat the question.
You know that I'm working on a new logo for the website and all of our stuff because, we talked
about that in a test clip.
I got it. So anyway, I don't know where I was going with that, but it doesn't matter. We have a new logo coming, and I'm probably going to drop a couple different designs, and none of them will necessarily be an official logo quite yet. But this logo, it's just more hassle than what it's been worth in terms of being stopped and started and given permission and trying to make it look away. I'm going to leave it on the van, but over the next, if I have new stickers put on the van, they're going to be whatever the new logo is. And it kind of bums me out, man. Honestly, it kind of bums me out because I like what I have.
I mean, I like it too. But here is not challenge. Like, I'm sure there's some ancient proverb here about challenge. This is just one
ancient proverb of Jack Anthony Kim,
right. AKA brother, say your name. But that's a story for another topic.
You mean a topic for a different day?
Yeah, that's it.
Got it.
Dude, I told you I have dysgraphia.
It's fine. Right? It's fine, man. I don't mind. You should do a little plug. After the intro, of course. We should do a little plug that kind of is like, hey, Real Talk Vlogs, this condition exists.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Real Talk Vlogs with Jack and Steve. I'm Jack. He's Steve. I'm pointing to the camera over there. Say hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve. And on this week's upload, we have no special guests whatsoever. We have a ton of very interesting content that we're going to cover, though. Things from Sema to Haltec World Cup to we might have a draggy finally. And how good is Amazon DIY kits for 3242 and V10? So.
Okay. All right. I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down.
I don't know. You got your cup of Joe, Steve?
Actually, I do. Ooh, we need to come back to this.
What is that? Oh, we're going to have to talk about that. But before we do dude, that's fun. Oh, is that from your trip?
It is.
Dude, that's dope. That's dope. All right, guys. Well, like every upload, the first thing and foremost question I have on my mind is, Steve, tell me how you've been. I'm curious. You have an interesting life, dude.
Thanks, man. I'm glad you feel that way, that my life is interesting.
I'm going to grab my Radial cup.
I got it. I like that. So that just to not get too far away from the topic at hand, this mug is... I need to remember to rotate it per camera, not per me. But Heidi bought this mug for me when we were out at Bonneville a and it has the blue flame on it, which I believe held the record for fastest car at one time, or holds the current record for fastest car in a class. I don't keep up with the salt flat records.
How fast is that, though? But how fast is that?
Like 600 miles an hour.
Hold on. You know me.
So,
I'm a facts kind of guy. I want to know.
All right, so
I got to Google it.
Bro, should we do Bonneville first or how my week was first? Because we can jump into Bonneville deep. So I'm going to time that out for 1 second and be all selfish and tell you about my week because that matters. Okay? This week...
Selfish ass.
A little bit. So you obviously know my good friend Roddy, and most of the world may know our good friend Roddy through Race Wars and his fancy dancy shop in Middleburg and all that stuff. But Roddy hit me up this week and was asking for advice on what to do about his car, because a lot of shops are busy. And so Roddy mostly, talking about his car, has reached out to several shops and kind of been like, yo, I need somebody to take this project for me because we're going into Thanksgiving, that leads into Christmas. My family business is based in retail. We know how that goes. I don't have time. So I was like, look, man, my car, the red one's going to be... I don't want to say that word out loud, finished. It's kind of hard to say in relation to the Laser. But at some point it'll be ready. I kind of want it by Thanksgiving. When that car is done, the shop it is at will have a spot available. I said, so go talk to them, Maryland Motor Works, get it sorted out. So I think he's going to take the Project Cactus Avant up to Maryland Motor Works and kind of have them take over the GT28 install. Hold on 1 second.
All right.
From our own plug last week.
Yeah.
Roddy's like, I wonder if I could just keep this Tiptronic that's in here for a little longer.
Hold on. Pause now. He calls me before I put him on to you. He's like, Jack, what would it take to get it? He asked me, because I have a B5 1AT front wheel drive. He's like, hey, I need a pedal box and a transmission. Does that 1.8 you have it? And I was like, yo, dude, you should wait. This was Wednesday night.
Yeah.
After the recording.
Yeah.
I literally told him, stop what you're doing, listen, hold out for our podcast, and listen to what we just talked about.
Right, yeah, for sure,
and
man.
And then I came into conversation with us together, and it's like...
So, dude, that car is kind of the car that got Roddy into his love of B5s, and when that car's done, or if it's mid-project or whatever, we're gonna have him on as a guest so he can kind of kick it around with us, because he's got a couple Race Wars trophies, and he's a fun guy. I like him. He's a friend of mine. But I'm back to the point of the week is I'm kind of glad that I'm able to suggest shops, and people have asked me for my advice and they value it, and I hope that I can send business in the direction of people that are deserving, because...
not to be that guy to say it, but there's a certain, because that car is one of those that he has a connection to. Yeah. Not to be that person to call it, but he has some money that he can spend on that car. There's respectfully, I'm saying it, just calling it as it is, he would be the perfect person to go talk with last week's guest, Mr. William Robb, and do that thing all justice. Let that I think that automatic. Let that automatic scream. Him and I have already talked about big turbos on that before, multiple times. Yeah, it's got a it's factory turbo right now, KO3 Sport, baby. Hey, no, but it's got an RAC. What? What's the fastest 1AT auto TIV car? I don't know. Like, what's a KO? Well, no, what's a stock one supposed to run?
I don't know. Get on your Google and figure it out, bro. I don't know.
You're allowing me to Google things
I'm
now?
telling you to Google so I can finish telling you how my week was. I'm not throwing the haterade, but my week was pretty okay, man. So anyway, come back to me with the 180 Tiptronic KO3 B5 Avant, whatever it's supposed to run. So anyway, I'm just glad I can send Roddy in that direction, and I think that car is going to turn out a lot of fun. Also, I have the lovely I don't want to say duty, but responsibility coming up to chauffeur some family members of some family friends around at a wedding. And so the big red van is I've put all of the seats minus one bench back in. So I've recently remembered what that van looks like full of seats versus having a queen size mattress in the back, which is laying right there behind me because I don't really have any place in the house for it. It usually stays stored in the van. So anyway, I've got this wedding trip coming up, and I'm hoping that the laser is done before that because there's some wild ass amazing roads close to the venue, and I'm gonna be there. I have some time off because it's Thanksgiving weekend, so you know.
Okay.
But that's how my week's been. I've put seats in the van, and I've given a recommendation of some business, and I helped you with a proposal, which was cool. And
we did that, but we're not going to really talk. I mean,
that's fine. That's off podcast, and I'll let you handle that. But in my work side of stuff, I've sent a proposal out today, and
nice. Is that okay? So if we hit home runs on both of them, are you batting 500?
If we hit home runs on both of them, am I batting 500?
Yeah,
or if we hit
the rewrite.
I mean, if it's a perfect hit, you're batting 1,000. If you're batting 500, you're only hitting half of them. If you take into my entire estimating career, a successful construction estimator lands like 8 or 9% of his proposal. Like, it's a different world, man. Like, it's just because like there's so many construction companies out there, and every one of them has an estimator.
Nice.
Or 19 of them.
I know. As we're talking about batting averages, we've had all these guys on the podcast lately with their trivia questions. I am officially going to go ahead and ask the world right now in the comment sections below. Do you guys want to see, if you're watching? I guess the listening audience don't care, but the visual audience, I'm thinking about a board. I want to get like a board that we can put up and actually running, knowing who's on it. Like,
yeah, that's fair. I'm 100%. Yeah.
E-list.
Are we gonna have like a where they're like, hey, I agree to be made fun of for my trivia results? Because let's be straight. William was the strongest. He's the trivia leader, and I mean everybody but the automatic man that everybody loves to hate is answering well below an F rating when it comes to school grades. Like, ain't nobody close to half.
No,
so I need you to.
He's at the track. Y'all are in trouble.
Dude.
We have a drag race, so we already know I bow out.
Dude, I like drag racing. I do. I really enjoy it, and it's a lot of my topics this week because World Cup Finals was insane. But there's more to the world than going in a straight line, and it's not. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I love drag racing. Race Wars will continue to go to a drag strip. We love it. But dude, I want to do more than that with my car. So, like, I'm not necessarily 100% set on trying to go as fast as I can in a quarter mile. Because, like, I also like Wookiees, which is a lot of corners. Lots and lots and lots and lots of corners. So I don't necessarily want to pigeon myself to one thing, but there was some fast shit at World Cup finals, man. Like, I get that it's World Cup finals, but wow. But we'll get to that after your week, sir. How has your week been? Because we care.
Oh, we or you or I?
I mean, I care. I'm sure our listeners care because you're Mr. Jack Kemp and your week matters, sir.
Like in the cars, what I fixed, we got the B8 shit. No. The B6 S4's fixed.
Okay.
Reverse light it again. However, I found out that the snub mount is missing, like it's gone.
Well, it just doesn't have one there anymore?
Yeah, like the rubber's just disintegrated and gone. I was fixing the reverse light wiring that some mouse like chewed the harness. I can pop a picture in here, at any time. Which reminds me that I need to send you tonight's picture list. So I'm going to text these images to you, but do not look at them from me until
the timing is right.
Yes, until the timing is right.
All right.
Yep. All right.
Hey, back to my week for 1 second. I got to see my great nephew over the weekend. I guess my niece's child, right? Is that great nephew?
I think so. I can phone a friend to ask.
My brother's grandchild.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Anyway, he's adorable, as all of my family is. But he has an S4RW onesie, so we took this photo, and it's me in my hoodie because I pretty much wear my logo everywhere, and him in his onesie, and it's adorable. So I'll send that to you so you can post it up too, because I'm all giddy and shit, man. It's for those that are watching. I'm just excited, man. Like I'm super. I don't have kids of my own, but that doesn't mean that I can't be like super passionate about happy, healthy children in my life.
So
in a non-pedo type of way. Let's be clear.
All right. Speaking of, no, that's real because there's another serious kind of topic that. So, long and the short, I was watching another guy podcast show. Brian Scotto was on it. I had it wrote down here someplace. They made a comment about like actively not trying to cuss on air and things like that, and
yeah, I need to be better about that. Yeah, and I'm gonna make an effort.
Something I want to make an effort to. So if you guys hear some like dolphins squeaking in the background, that's me actually listening to the entire edit to put that clip in over a foul word.
Yeah, we don't look.
But sometimes I do slip out. I do apologize for any corporate listeners that are down the road or in the future. So, question though, before we, I get not cursing, right? It's not censorship, Steve.
Right, but how much of a joke is too off color for what our potential listening audience might be? I mean, obviously, there's like 100% taboo topics. I'm not gonna make any racist jokes on ever, so that's obviously not good. But like, are we targeting children as our like listening audience, or are we like, yeah, this is for adults in our commute for sure?
No, this is definitely for adults and for the commute.
Okay, good.
Here's my perspective on this, okay? I listen to podcasts in the car over the air of things that with Colton in the back seat. So, I guess saying like, we're not dropping the F-bomb every 5 seconds. This ain't 8 Mile by any means.
Okay.
But,
Fair. Yeah, but it's a real thing because like we're members of the public, man, and I'm not saying that we're
you are
celebrities or whatever, like not that type of members of the public, but like we're out there and we're just people. We want to make sure that we're doing the right things, responsible things at all times, whether it's here in our chairs in our basements on air or if it's at a meet or a show. We need to be responsible people, and if trying to make sure that we're not foul-mouthed sailors all the time, that's an effort. That's an effort worth making, man.
I will say this though, Steve. We can use our Google. There is analytics for our viewing audience and like who's watching this, so I can actually figure it out.
Okay.
So you were talking about age range.
Oh, right. I understand.
Actually, I'm not even targeting an age range, really. It's whoever wants to listen to two guys.
Everybody should listen to Real Talk Vlogs. This is Real Talk Vlogs. We're real, and we're talking and vlogging, so duh.
Yeah, we're just tired of BS conversations. Like, we don't like... Straight to the point. All right.
Straight to the point, bro. SEMA. Audis were so hard repped at SEMA this year. And I know you're the SEMA expert, so you should give me the clean dish and the dive and all the info.
All right. So here, I sent you some images. Okay?
You did.
I did.
On my cellular radio.
All right. So first off, you've been to Wookiees, right? You know who Wookiees in the Woods, right?
Yeah. Yes.
You know the guy Jamie Orr?
Yes.
Okay. So Jamie Orr owns a big Volkswagen photographer. If you guys don't know who Jamie Orr is, he is like the person that takes everything Volkswagen. This guy, back in Wookiees 2021, calls Volkswagen and says, hey, I need to borrow a car. They're like, okay, sure, here you go. Meanwhile, Tanner Faust is up in like the booth, shaking hands, saying hi, doing the thing. It's a good time. Like, it's a great time. It's a good event. 318 turns, tail of the dragon. Steve was talking about earlier, like, there's different types of driving. With this guy, so there's a, go ahead, sorry, pick up your phone. My bad.
Oh, it's now the time.
Yeah, now's probably the time, because you're, like, giving me the bored face.
No, I'm trying to make sure I'm not shooting the gun or jumping the shark or whatever the terms of stuff and things are. I'm not supposed to look these in any order, because, like... No.
First, you're going to look at the Harlequin. All right.
The Harlequin?
Harlequin, thank you.
All right.
This guy, Brad builds, right? I actually didn't even send you his IG stuff, so.
Okay.
You see this thing?
Yeah, it's a Volkswagen, what's their SUV?
It's an SUV. No.
What is it? An Atlas. It's a Volkswagen Atlas.
Yeah, it's an Atlas.
And so, essentially, what they've done here, or you said Jamie Orr built it?
Yeah, yeah. Jamie Orr built it, but Brad Builds designed it in a virtual. He designed this thing from nothing. It was a concept car.
Okay.
All right? Jamie said, oh, that's cool, and built it and put it into reality. And then they made a matching one and took it to SEMA. Like a matching, I think, Mark II or what is the Harlequin? Like
Mark III.
I'm an Audi guy, not a
Mark III. It's Mark III.
Okay, so Mark III, and they took the things that, like, that's cool.
Had it on a trailer.
And yeah.
Now,
took it all the way to...
Look, you're gonna hear an honest side of Steve, and this is me asking a question because I don't know. But when I look at that, when I look at the Volkswagen Atlas that is Harlequin colored, right?
Uh-huh.
I see suspension, wheels, and a wrap.
Okay.
Is there interior mods?
I'll be honest, I don't know. I didn't look down the hole, but I have it.
Yeah, and like, I've met the guy. I met him at Wookiees, and I respect what he's doing. And I got tired of going to shows and seeing wraps and wheels copy and paste the whole show. And so, like, I'm less excited. That's cool that he's got the Harlequin on a trailer matching and driving around. That's cool. Like, the enjoyment of the atmosphere. That's cool. But I want to see some fabrication, man. I want to see some built-ass shit.
Okay. So the concept of what it is cool.
Yeah, for sure, man. Because I mean, I'm old enough to know that a Harlequin, what it is and where it came from, and that, like, amongst Volkswagen enthusiasts, it's a pretty rare beast, and it's just cool in general. But I hope that car is more than a wrap. You know, like, I just honestly hope it's more than a wrap.
I hear.
Yo, the wheels are dope as shit, though. It looks like a waffle. Looks like a waffle iron.
Yeah, like those. Guys, I'm going to put links in the description. I'll post some pictures. I'll probably do a video overlay here of some scroll shots of these cars. Like, the car is freaking cool. Like, my perspective on this here is I knew this was being built. Like, I had seen that this concept was being done. I didn't dive down into it.
Right, so hold on, time out 1 second. You keep saying concept.
I had seen renderings of this floating around the internet.
What is it? What is conceptually different than a Volkswagen Atlas with wheels on it?
Somebody physically like it was the idea of somebody who gets wrapped.
Somebody's rendering. I mean, I get what a concept is, but like
Brad builds rendering.
You got to realize that like when you say concept, there's concept cars from like whatever international auto show. So like I just gotta keep my mind headed in the right direction. It is cool. It's cool, man. Cool. I would totally do it for sure. I mean, I don't know if I'd do it, but like I hope there's more to it than all I'm saying is I hope there's more to it than wheels and a wrap. But I respect what the guy's doing. It's a cool concept. He knows the right people. He's making cool shit happen. So props to that.
No, Jamie Orr will probably never be on our podcast. Thanks for being an asshole to him.
I'm not.
I'm being a smart aleck.
For sure he's capable. I've seen builds that he's done before just this one. It's not like this is his one go around and hot shot to fame, Like it's just a cool thing he did.
This is the Real Talk Vlog moment here. I'm just busting your balls, dude.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%.
Okay. All right, so what
am I supposed to look at next?
Okay, what you looking at next? Should I tell them what we're doing here exactly?
I mean, you do what you want, man. It's your segment.
No, okay, so this is my segment. So basically what I'm doing here, we're going to rank these from...
Jack's half of RTV.
My half. We're going to rank these 1 through 4. I've sent Steve the details, like pictures of the phone. We're going to do a reaction.
I've not been allowed to look at any of them until now. So, like, he's trying to get my honest reaction. So if I sound like a bit of a dickhead, it's just first thoughts, man. Nothing offensive, just Steve thinking.
But Steve really does... Here's the thing. Steve doesn't, he's not an Instagram hub.
Facts.
Huh?
Yeah, it's true. I post stuff up occasionally, but you can tell when I'm at an event. Like, if you follow Race Wars on Instagram, you know what day I'm at the event. Because I'm like, oh, look, click, that's cool. Click, that's cool. Post it up, share. Look, guys, this is what I've seen. But I'm not so great at saving all of my pictures to have a scheduled post every 3 hours for the next month. You want
to humor yourself real quick?
Sure, what's good, man?
Grab your phone.
Okay.
And anybody who's listening right now, do the same thing, and you can see how much time you spend on something. Grab your phone, go into Instagram.
Dude. Stop. This is gonna be terrible. Where do I go?
Okay, on your Instagram, you go to your bottom right icon that identifies you, right?
Okay.
All right, you're on there.
Yep.
All right, top right hand corner, you see 3 lines.
Yep.
Click it.
Got it.
You see where it says your activity, 4th line down on the left?
Yep.
Click it.
Got it.
You see where it says time, right hand side?
Yep.
Top page? Hit it.
Got it.
You see the number that says daily average?
Yep.
Mine's 37 minutes.
7.
Wow!
And it's funny because it's like, I don't know if you can see mine, like, it's Friday. Like, Friday night, I'll get off work and I'll scroll Instagram and see what's going on for the weekend. And then the rest of the week, it's like 30 seconds, 1 minute.
That's hilarious.
But I'm glad they have that. So, like, people that wonder, how much time am I really spending? Am I too much into this? Because I'll be honest, Jack. I love you to death, bro, but I'm surprised 37 minutes is it. But anyway, dude, you
consider the different angles of content and way it's made. Like, editing this podcast alone takes at minimum, it's an hour for an hour.
Yeah, so editing podcasts is probably the easiest thing that you or I, or mostly you, edit. Because it's audio, but the other thing is it's a conversation you and I have had. So you kind of have a mental note of where the highlights are, or where some off canter bits might have been, or whatever, versus where if you're like recording stuff out in the wild, you're trying to string together stuff that happens not necessarily in order, or in the same spot, whereas you and I are having one conversation at one time in one place.
You're right.
That's just my thoughts, man. But we gotta look at more cars, man. Like
cars. Sorry, my OBS took a poo on me in the background, so thankfully yours has all been up and running.
How can you tell? It is, but
Old Faithful.
Old Faithful. Yeah, I got it on your new settings, man. So we can't.
Well, mine just crashed, so we don't have anything.
All right, don't crash me. What's the next model? The next highlight.
How about, let me see what we got next in the order of the picture sending methods. How about Brian Scotto? Look at that Laguna. All right, let me read my notes about this real quick. So for all of you who don't know, Brian Scotto is with Hoonigan Garage. He has built a CQ, with a 5-cylinder turbo engine. This guy's been building this thing for 17 years. If you watch the
stop. Time out. I own Audis. You own Audis. We don't build anything for 17 years. We store shit for 15 years, and then we move it once to somewhere else for a year, and then we assemble it real fast in a week. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong, because he moved his multiple times.
Okay, you're fair. Okay, fair. I do need to ask, man. How wide is that? How much wider is that car? It looks amazing.
Yo, I think it's like 8 inches wider, solid.
Like 4 aside, like a solid 4 aside.
Yeah, I think so.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Let's put it.
It's like a little square. It's like a square footprint now. Like it used to be a little bit like this, and now it's like, let's add some width. And homie's got a square ass car.
It's so awesome. I ain't gonna lie, Ken Block's car is not on my list because it is basic white. He bought a car from ICT in another country and then basically kind of like refreshed it and wrapped it. And then they're gonna like race car it, from my understanding. Okay. Which is cool. I love his car. I think it's freaking awesome. But I'll be honest, Scotto's car is way cooler than Block's car. I'm gonna be very honest.
That car looks amazing, dude.
Blood, sweat, and tears in that thing.
What's the wheel setup? Do you know? Did you see it anywhere posted?
I can tell you. Give me 1 second to do the back surfing on it. I didn't memorize it all.
I mean, it's fine. I'm just trying to they don't look very big as in terms of diameter, but what are they, 17, 18s? Do you know?
I think. Oh, yep. Here they are. They are 315 30 R888Rs. Rotiform 18 by 12 ROCH wraps.
Okay. Yeah, it's like a complete car. You know what I mean? Like nothing really jumps out at you. It's all like everywhere you look on that thing, it's like something cool, something interesting.
It's so the body kit on this thing is bad. Prior designs. I'll be honest. I started watching a video about. Didn't that come out like 3-4 years ago? That kit, or is it longer? So there's another post once again that Scotto put up in the process of building this whole thing. That it was like it's number 9 of 40.
Oh shit. So, okay.
Yeah. So don't wreck it. This is basically.
Dude, I know the feels of having your shit wrecked. Okay. I mean, nobody out there, don't wreck Scotto's shit. I know he won't do it himself, but if you're in his shit, don't wreck it. Okay. to my Audi peeps out in the world, don't wreck our shit. We're tired of it. Okay.
All right. I have one rant though. Okay, so check this out.
All right.
I love this car. I love this guy. His enthusiasm for Audis, but no one will let him talk. We have had a 2-hour podcast about transmissions. Can I short clip an official invite to him right now on air?
Oh yeah, 100%, man. Let's talk Audis.
Right.
I'll listen.
Mr. Brian Scotto, we are cordially inviting you to come over to Real Talk Vlogs, and we will hand you the soapbox, and you may talk. Tell your entire tale, start to finish, and we will raise our hands to ask questions as we go. Hit me up in my DMs.
Yeah, you'll have to talk to my people, because
yeah, I tried to talk to the people that I knew over there, and she has moved on to other things, which is fine. That was from Sema 19.
They've got a...
That guy, Ed Hoonigan, you know?
Yeah,
right?
okay.
I love
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
they're people,
that was
man.
Cool.
I like
people
people.
who don't believe in that stuff are sad. Like,
What's that?
It's not sad, really.
People that don't believe in what stuff?
Okay, so there's always conspiracy theories about people and, like, ads. Like, oh, no one ever wins that stuff. Like, there's no after the... What happened to... Remember on West Coast Customs when they did what happened to the cars after the fact?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I question how much validity contest giveaways that you see on social media actually have with the viewing audience because of the follow-ups, like, from the winner's sakes, like, how the validity. I don't know, man. Like, in this day and age, so many things are weird and not transparent. Like, I didn't think I was going to win. I bought them because I wanted cheap razors. I was like, oh, this is cool. This is a side product.
Right.
You know, oh, fuck, you're right. I've always wanted to try them. Why not now?
You know, it's funny you're talking about having gone to SEMA in 2019 from winning a giveaway. I was scrolling through my like time off requests at work, and like they pop up, so I sort them by month, right? And I was like, couldn't remember if I'd taken extra days off for Thanksgiving this year, so I was looking it up. Well, it popped up where I'd requested days off for SEMA, and then it was like, rejected, interferes with B36 proposal. It broke my heart all over again, man. But it's cool, I get it.
Wait, is that for 2022?
No, that was for 2019.
Okay, so
like in there, it was like in my time off request, it's like a friend of mine has won tickets to SEMA and he has invited me to go with him. Like, I need the time off, and it was like, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's dude. It's whatever. Don't apologize. You didn't reject my time off request.
No, but dude, SEMA was like a whole SEMA. Okay, from an veteran SEMA is a new high. Like, if you are in industry, have media, like, you got to do it. You should do it. Steve and I are going to do it again in 22. He's already putting the request in. This is my formal request. I'm going to request it for you. #tag Steve's business.
Oh, are you
requesting off for him for November 2nd through 5th, 2022.
So I do have I have vacation days that I have to like submit, and almost every year I like January 1st or 2nd or 3rd or whatever day pops up, like the first day that we're working of the new year, and I essentially submit all of my vacation days for like different events that I want to go to. So obviously Race Wars is on the nice mug. Race Wars is on the list, and so like usually that's like a Friday, Monday, right? Not a big deal. So Wookiees is on the list. Well, I'm trying to decide if I need that whole week or not at this point. You know what I'm saying? But
that's a real question I've been debacling. Like, we were talking to Wookiees. Wednesday to Sunday's cool, but it's like I forget what's the name of that event. There's an event just like 2 hours north big drift event. That's Sunday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
North of Wookiees?
Yeah, north of Wookiees.
Like in the Knoxville area?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like Tennessee.
I have to look into that.
Well, anyway, so back to Sema. So
Sema.
Brian Scotto's car's cool. You like it? Cool?
Dude, I mean, those cars have a soft spot in my little heart as it is, and there's no doubt that one's well built, and it'll probably... I'll need to do some more looking, more than that picture, and but my guess is it's gonna be top notch when it's done.
Right. I'm gonna insert a quote here real quick though. In the video, so there's a video that was released today that Scotto got to talk for 21 minutes basically about his car, and that was it. That's where you got censorship. And in the beginning of it, within the first 3 minutes, he says, and insert clip here, it's Sema ready.
Okay. All right.
So take it as it is. I think there's a lot more to come from it, but I mean, it's a cool car. I'm anxious. I think it's a cool car. Hopefully one day I can get a ride in it.
Yeah,
I see that car driving. Wookiees in the Woods 2022.
I honestly don't know if I ever want everybody looking at my car.
Bro.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Now, I'm not saying that people aren't welcome to look at my car, but like, I don't know if I'm trying to do a build profile, and I don't know. I'll get there.
Hey, I just thought of something. What if in 2022 we see Ken Block and Brian Scotto, because they're both street cars, at Wookiees with Jamie Orr? Yo.
Oh, that's I'm just saying it's only 5 months away.
But it's Volkswagen America, and the reality here is like, I mean, that's the cool thing about this interfamily shit. Think about all these rowdy ass cars and drivers that are now within the AU love. Ugh.
Dude,
the future is so awesome. Okay, moving on. Grab your phone.
Got it, bud. Next
one. What's the next picture you see? What's it look like?
Silver.
Does it got silver? Okay, so this thing. What do you think? First thoughts. Do you want me to tell you what it is?
I'm reading, bud, but the problem is you sent me screenshots of Instagram posts that have like 9 pictures on them, but I can only see the one picture that was screenshotted. So what I see is a DeLorean with its doors up, and it looks like a DeLorean. So.
All right, I fucked up. Let me try it this way, sir.
What are you doing, bud?
Go into your S4 Racehorse. Now, yeah, that thing. Go over to S4 Racehorse.
To the grams?
Yeah, to the grams. Up on the gram.
All right.
Hashtag shameless plug.
It's not that shameless. We put it on every video. Hi guys, I'm Steve with S4 Race Wars. Follow me on Instagram at S4 Race Wars. That's S4RACEWARS. And also at S4Racewars.com and or S4RW.net. And you can also follow that guy Jack at RowdyAudi.com or at RowdyAudi on Instagram or at RowdyAudi on Facebook or at RowdyAudi on Google or at RowdyAudi on the dark web.
Why don't we just simplify it and say, like, on all social?
Just because I like talking.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway.
Alright, so you sent me a salvage to savage.
Yeah, so this guy built, here's what this guy built. For the world out there, here's the picture. Bing! Chuck. This thing is this was the cheapest DeLorean on the internet, right? So, per the YouTube world of all the infinite knowledge and search on video, guy did, I forget what channel it was I was watching, but they said it's a twin turbo 6-liter V8. It's got a choppy boy cam in it, rear mounts. This thing was actually salvaged. The internet said, the DeLorean community said this car was done. Like, it was game over. It was parts car. The guy went and bought another door and a fender for it.
Okay.
Brand new, and put it back on it. Not new old stock, but brand new. So supposedly DeLoreans are being manufactured in Houston, like a Houston, Texas area.
Okay.
I heard that, but I didn't. I thought I had read that. Take a guess how much a door is for that. A DeLorean, a completed door.
A complete door.
A complete door.
Like glass, seals, everything. Trim.
That's the way I understood it. The question asked was how much, because the door was destroyed.
$2,700. That's just a guess. $2,700.
Yo, you covered tax at least.
Shut the front door.
It's $2,500. So you got.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were telling me that I only cover the tax and not the cost of the door. No, dude, it's amazing what, I mean, manufacturing anything is expensive. And a lot of times the only way to get that down is to manufacture a lot of them.
It's made of brushed stainless steel, isn't it? Or is it aluminum?
Steel, stainless steel.
Okay, so yeah, it's an expensive metal on top of it.
Yeah.
Like, bro, a fender, though, $600, he said.
That's RS4 money, man.
Yeah, that's an expensive fender.
Dang.
All right.
Yeah, I'm down with the DeLoreans, though.
No, I'm happy to see somebody did it. I really am.
Like they're cool. It kind of sucks that they went through history the way that they did and ended up with the powertrain that they did that was underpowered, and like the questionable tax evasion and questionable funding sources and all that DeLorean dealt with. I'm glad to see that those cars are around still.
Wait a minute. How are they taxable evasions?
No, I'm talking about. Just go research the DeLorean Motor Company. Okay. And the history of DeLorean Motor Company.
Wait, can we just call like DeLorean Houston and? Okay, never mind.
That's a different company.
Ooh, touche. All right, moving on. Grab your phone. Here's the last candidate before we rank these things.
How is it the last candidate?
Because I only have 4.
Okay. That's all the cars that were at SEMA? There's only 4 cars at SEMA this year?
No, these are just my biased top 4 picks.
Okay, I'll choose from that. That's fine.
All right. These are the cars that I find cool from the internet that I've seen and from my viewing perspective.
Okay.
I have not watched the 256 gigs of video that I have gotten back from my camera guy from SEMA, though, yet. So,
okay.
That all is... Right. You know what that is, right? You're looking at this. It's a freaking gremlin on tracks.
I'm looking at that, but you did... It's, again, the same thing, man. You've given me a screenshot.
Oh, okay. Damn it.
You're the champion of partial information. It's like, hey, I'm gonna tease you over here, but come on, you're a little slow. But I'm down with the gremlin on tracks, man. I don't know if I can take it through a drive. Where do we have to start back up? Where were you at?
Oh, let's go. Let's jump into.
We had not picked a winner.
Yeah. Okay.
We were scrolling Instagram and talking shit.
All right.
I got us.
Go. Mic check 1, 2. All right. So I guess we should. Hey, long story short, you guys just realized there's a technical breakdown here. We had a problem. His OBS, not OBS, Discord started giving us the latency bandwidth crisis. This stuff doesn't grow on trees. We're not green freaks enough. Why should we shooting a podcast and cut us off? That's bad plug, ain't it?
I have no idea what you were just rambling about.
All right, I'm going to stop. All right. Anyway, so after our technical difficulties with Discord and latency issues, we have not judged it. Like, okay, so give me first.
Yeah.
Bro.
Do you want me to tell you who my winner is?
Bro, I'm voting. Go for it.
The Audi wins it hands down.
Oh, so Mr. Scotto.
the only flag I have for it is it's, as you said, Sema ready, but the Atlas doesn't really do it for me enough. I would like to see, I would need to see more of the interior of that car to see if they've done anything outside of how it comes from Volkswagen.
Okay. Hold on.
The Gremlin is wild, like that. Somebody spent some time making that function. I hope they made that function, but again, I feel like it was built for one purpose, and that's cool. But and then the DeLorean, the DeLorean's cool, but it's the Audi for me all the way, man.
All right, so here's where I agree with you that Mr. Brian Scotto gets best in show at SEMA 2022. He's got the Real Talk Vlogs Champion People's Award right there, hands down. But these three guys right here, this is where the argument comes into play. Because, all right, first off, the Gremlin is cool. I would drive this thing around my backyard, my farm, thrash it. It's cool. Farm, whatever. However, have you seen the show where the two brothers in Utah or Colorado make big toy trucks for everybody? There is a thing.
No.
Okay, so it was a show. I forget what they're called. At any rate, you can buy track kits. Putting tracks on something is pretty much a bolt-on differential. Like, it's not...
Yeah.
It's with anybody with some money and some time and a welder, they can build this. So that's cool, all right? But it's... As far as the DeLorean and the Atlas, this is... I reserve the right. The Atlas is cool because I watched it go from a concept to, like... I seen this, like... I felt like it was, like, years ago. Like, I heard a rumor about that. I was like, oh, that's cool. Now it's on paper. Yeah, that's even... Now it's in real life. It's cool. But here, there's nothing better than a good LS swap. And this was, let's just buy a car and do this. And the fact that that's what they did and brought that to, that's cool. I'm going to vote this number 2. And Jamie, I love you. I love your work. I'm going to go with the Atlas number 3. And the Gremlin, because I believe is more bolt-on than an Atlas, comes in number 4. That's how I vote.
I'm essentially the exact same order as you for completely different reasons, but I mean, the Gremlin, I don't know what it's for. Like, it's cool, but I don't know what it's for. All right. The Atlas you can use. That's probably the daily winner of the bunch. The DeLorean, like... It's a solid second because it's going to have some ass, and like it's going to have the amount of power that it should have had to start with.
Well, so here's the other thing: the amount of, when we talk about fabrication and like the heart of what I feel like Sema is, the DeLorean is everything Sema is. Like, not saying the Atlas isn't, but like you said earlier, to a level, it's kind of, I want to see the inside, I want to see the rest of it. How is it a wrap with just some really cool wheels on it? The DeLorean runs and drives. So, it's supposedly supposed to be on an episode of Hoonigan This versus That, where they're going to drag race this. Huh?
This versus this.
No. I think they also said they're gonna do one That versus That with Kim Block and Scotto, which will be cool to see. Just being my very biased opinion in life.
But look, I don't hardly watch any YouTube at all. Okay, and I already know that episode is gonna be called This versus This of Kim Block versus Scotto. Okay, like, if I drop a reference 9 times out of 10, it refers something that actually happened.
All right. So I got things on my desk I want to share with you, but I feel like I've been talking for like an hour.
No, It's cool. Like, Sema was legit, dude.
Yeah, Sema was a blast. Should I
But what are we doing, man?
All right, I'll let you talk.
Are we kind of wrapped up with Sema, or I mean, I don't want to cut you off, man. I want to be fair with our time.
No, I feel like that. That Sema segment. I feel like that was a good quality bit on Sema. All right.
Yeah. So look.
On to a new topic. What do you got?
I went to World Cup finals on Saturday.
How was that? Weather.
I want to go back next year, and I want to get a ticket for more than one day. There's some fast cars on this planet. Okay. There was a lot of cars trapping over 200 miles an hour and a quarter.
Facts. I see it on the internet.
I watched a Fox body go 575 and a quarter.
Shut up.
On a 275 drag radial. Oh yeah, that happened in real life.
How? I don't feel like there's enough tire there.
I don't know. I don't know. I watched it happen. I still don't know how it happened. Like.
Is that
okay?
I wonder. That's where you start to question modern technology, refining, and being able to refine all those little things, pieces of the puzzle. Like, how did something go that fast? That seems like.
So I'm gonna give you a rundown of the classes, okay? Just like general information for the classes, okay?
Hit me.
I'm gonna start at the top and work my way down. Outlaw versus Extreme. Okay, this is the whole premise of the event is like American cars, imports versus domestics, right?
All right.
So in import racing, you have names of classes, and in domestic racing, you have names of classes, and they kind of shake out to a certain speed, right? So the top class is Outlaw versus Extreme. It's a quarter-mile class. Minimum ET. This is the slowest you can run.
5 seconds.
To get in this class. 6:30. 6.3 seconds.
How fast is that? What's the ET in a quarter mile?
That's 6.3 seconds.
Okay, sorry. What's the trap speed?
All right, so the winner, Manny Bujinga, I don't know how to. It's Manny. Manny. That's easy. The last name is Buginga. But he has an O2 Cobra, which is essentially not an O2 Cobra anymore.
Picture up here for anybody who wants to see what the Cobra
right. It's
like.
It's a stretched chassis, tube chassis, fiberglass body, or whatever. Like Cobra.
Do you have any pictures for me to look at?
Okay. No, I'm not. No. You can have him by the end of the whatever, but anyway, he ran a 575 at 228 miles an hour. That was his fastest pass of the weekend. His fastest pass.
But I thought you only could run 6.3. Oh, it's not bracket racing.
Bro, minimum ET.
Oh.
Like, you have to run that fast to get in.
Gotcha. So wait, this mother effer went how fast in one?
575 at 228.
Holy crap.
Right. Now, he was the winner, and he won with like a 10 whatever because the other car broke in the finals, and he just launched and just like coasted to a 10-second pass, So wait, that's Outlaw versus Extreme, right? Radial versus Modified has a minimum ET of 7 seconds. There was 16 car.
Radial versus Modified, like.
Radial tire.
Okay, versus a tire.
That's so like radial tire class in domestics is pretty close to the modified class ET. So they're running two different racing styles versus each other. So it's like one class versus another class. It's not. They don't have a modified tire.
Racing up. Like, I'm curious, what do they mean by modified? Like, what's modified? A cold air engine?
I don't know. It's a bunch of 93 Civics. All right, it's essentially all Civics. That's all I know, man. I'm not the expert. I went to this event and it was not what I expected. Okay, they had so many people and so many Civics. And you had all these Civics that all looked the same. They all had fat tires on the front and skinny tires on the back, and some ran 11 seconds and some ran 5 seconds. I don't like. It's crazy, dude.
A bunch of Hondas?
What's that?
There was just a bunch of Hondas from like.
No, it was way more than just a bunch of Hondas, but like you saw the same Honda with a different paint job, and they were all fast, but some were fast at 8 seconds and some were fast at 6 seconds. But they look the same. They all run a fat fucking tire up front. Look, I have a whole list of notes of classes, all right? If you'd let me get through my list of classes instead of interrupting me every half second, I'll try to explain, by the time we get to the end.
All right. All for being curious about divisionals.
Well, I'm through. I'm at the second thing. I'm sorry. There's 15 fucking classes, man.
You do it. I'm gonna put this nacho in my mouth and eat it.
Eat your nachos, bro. All right. Now, I am not an expert, okay? I am merely reporting on what I went and saw, okay? So I can't answer all of your questions about all the details. The next class is an X275 versus Hot Rod, all right? And it's another quarter mile. They're all quarter mile classes, but minimum ET on this one's 740, right? 16 car field, 25 entries. That means 9 cars showed up and didn't get to play ball.
No. They got cut at qualifying.
Yeah.
So do they have to make a qualifying run, I'm guessing?
Yeah, so there's like literally 4 days of qualifying, and then Sunday it's like all fast shit.
Oh.
Just fast shit. No, I'm going to back up for a second. On Saturday, I left early on Saturday. The announcer was mad because racers were not preparing their cars appropriately, not getting them up to temp, not keeping them warm, and blowing their shit up on track. There were like 4 or 5 oil downs on track on Saturday.
Dude, that always sucks.
And so like I paid for my ticket and I went in and I walked around the pits. I couldn't walk around the pits anymore because there was so much time of them not racing because of people breaking their stuff on track. And like it was kind of crappy. I went there to watch racing, not to watch them clean the track over and over and over again. But that's not the track's fault. Anyway, I'm gonna cut to the skinny, man.
Dude, that's valid though. I get that. Like, as a spectator,
and you could hear it like every time another car would blow up. And a lot of times it wasn't because the car was like on the verge of breaking. They're running them at the limit. You're talking about cars that are run like with a 2-liter engine and all motor running 9 seconds. So,
I mean, they are race cars. They can blow up anytime.
You know what I mean? But like, there's also, the announcer isn't the announcer because it's his first day. He's been around the track a long time. You gotta get your car up to temp before you send it up the drag strip.
I'm not arguing that. Here, I'm not arguing stupid things. There are basics that have to be done. Here, even in the Oh, excuse me.
So, dude, there was a whole pile of classes that either had 32 car fields or 16 car fields. Essentially, all the classes had like 50 entrants. There's a major amount of people there that didn't even make it to Sunday. It's crazy.
Dude, so how many fields total were there? 12?
12, yep.
Wow.
12 classes.
That's a lot.
Hank Iraz was there with V10 R8 that ran like at 8:01.
Yo, it pulled a wheelie.
understand why everybody is so amazed at a car with all of the weight in the back pulling a wheelie.
Because it's all-wheel drive, yo, and it's an R8.
Okay, but nobody's all of a sudden amazed that a Fox body with the engine in the front is pulling a wheelie as much as they are about a car with the engine in the back pulling a wheelie. It's physics, man. It's physics.
Yeah, but it's an R8.
It's going to be easier for a car with the engine in the back to pull a wheelie.
I get that. That's cool. But you got to keep in mind, it's an Audi, so it's also got all the weight back there, and it's kind of forward, so it's like...
Don't say Audi.
I said Audi. I get it.
You did. It's recorded. You said Audi.
I definitely get in a hurry.
Don't say Audi. Don't say it like that. It's garbage. Anyway.
Moving on.
Yo, Hank's cars are fast.
That they are. There's no arguing.
Like all of them. Like all of them. If he shows up, it's something fast, man. Yeah. Like, respect to what that dude's doing. Anyway,
hey, I've gotten a car with him. Did I ever tell you that?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, you got it on video. I'm not gonna talk about Haltec World Cup, man. It was fast. There was fast cars there. There was a bunch of cars that were there, and they were all fast. The end. Yeah, dude, like, it's just, like...
Would you go and enter?
I was there all day, and there was just 200 mile an hour pass, 200 mile an hour pass, 200 mile an hour pass, and you're like, it's a lot to take in.
What do you think that ride is like? Seeing it.
Short?
No, like this.
See, no, it's 6 seconds, okay? You spend more time building boost on the staging lane or in the starting line than you do on full throttle during the pass. That's impressive, that's cool and all, but like, I want to spend more time racing than I am preparing to race. So
then what's your ideal, like, I mean, we've had this discussion. I'm not trying to tangent off too much, but what are you thinking? You talked earlier about a lot of turns, and now we've talked about drag racing as it's cool, as it's fun, but it's short with a lot of potential issues.
No, I'm talking about the guys that are running like the 6 second passes or the 8 second passes, right?
Right, but what else are you going to do in drag racing but go as fast as you can?
It's cool. You want to go as fast as you can. I'm getting off here, man. I'm getting pissed off at Discord. It's like freezing like a motherfucker again.
Yeah, I can see the latency coming through, vice versa.
That's what, Haltec was fun, man. You all should check it out. There's plenty of videos on YouTube. But at this point, I'm pissed off at Discord.
It's running.
I'm really.
I mean, it's still literally going. It just had a hiccup. Anyway, guys, all right. So, seeing as Steve's having some problems, I want to just let us know. We got future uploads. Steve and I were talking about draggy things. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Can you talk to me? No? Can't? All right, I'm going to keep talking. And that's it. I'm done. Guys, I don't know if Steve can hear this. I don't think he is. He's got the frown look on it. We're having some technical difficulties. Thanks for listening, and we will see you on the next one. Don't forget, every Friday night, you can find Real Talk Vlogs every Friday at 12:01 Central Mountain Time, because that's where I'm at. No. Central Missouri time. Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, Central Mountain Time is not a thing.
Oh, he heard that. I was trying to close us out here. I'm sorry. And it cut out again. I think it cut out again. All right, well, check out Rowdy Audi. Check out Race Wars. We'll see you on the next one. Pieces. We're Audi. Bye. Damn, some days this thing pisses me off.